welcome to the UK Simraces live MX5 event, brought to you live from Bathurst this evening. I am James Parfitt, and as always on screen I've got production is Tyler Oldham this evening, broadcast live on the UK Simraces YouTube channel, and brought to you from iRacing, the world's premier simulator this evening. Now, as you can see, guys, we have jumped directly in to qualifying already. We are a little bit starting, and unfortunately due to some technical issues that we've managed to get resolved, and if you probably heard me, that would be absolutely amazing. We are there or thereabouts, and we're trying our best to get all sorted out for you now. Now guys, what we're going to do is have a quick rundown of schedule. This will start next week, okay? So as you can see, the first race of the season is the Red Bull Ring, okay? That is next week. The following week after that is Spa. Week after that is Okayama. Then we've got Sebring on round 4. Round 5 is Phillip Island. Round 6 is Brands Hatch. Round 7 is Interlagos. Round 8 is Watkins Glen. Round 9 is Daytona. And round 10 is Le Mans. Now, obviously, guys, as well, these are going to be brought to you broadcast every Tuesday evening on the UK Simraces YouTube channel. Okay, so if you are here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button and you hit your notifications on. You will see us every time we go live. Hope everything's alright, guys, and you're hearing me fine. There's no issues. Hope everything's working. And so I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get you down into qualifying now. We'll pick up some of the drivers. So currently we've got everybody's out on track now. It's about a 2.5 minute lap. Okay, so it's a bit of a long one. So, you know, it's going to take a little bit of a while to get through. And the format this evening, guys, is we're bringing you 4 15-minute races. Okay, so you'll have 4 15-minute races. So we'll do 2 in this one session, and then we'll have to change it over to the next session. But we will, as I say, guys, we will bring you them, and you can tune in and keep up to date with all the action that's happening, and it will be absolutely amazing. So if you can do that, as I say, hit that subscribe button for the first time. We are a new channel, just started up really this evening as well. So please, as I say, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bells for notifications, and you'll be the first ones here every Tuesday. Now, what we will do, guys, is when the timing tower comes up, you will see some very fancy colours, blue and a yellow. And if you're wondering what they are for, basically they are pro and am drivers. So the pros are in yellow, as is Daniel Bristow now. And if we pick up an am driver, say Mick Barry, who is currently on track, Mick is blue, which means he is an am. Okay, so we do have a pro and an am driver this evening. And as you see at the top of your screen, currently there are no times coming through, so we won't be able to bring you up-to-date leaders, but as soon as we can, that will change, and then there'll be the leaders up there of each class. That's what I want to say. My word's getting a little bit mixed up there, but I hope everybody is well. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. Nobody's having any issues. If you are having any issues, then please hit me up, send me a message, and we will try and correct them when we can, okay? We are ongoing. We will be there and get them sorted out as soon as physically possible. All right, so thank you so much for any input that you're getting. That would be absolutely amazing. Now, so here we go. We're going to be basically Pete Newman, I believe, has just gone across the line in a 2:31.27. Daniel Bristow in a 2:31.63. Okay, so that's kind of the benchmark if you really want to be on pole. Roundabout, some drivers have been going around about 2:32s, 2:33s. They're going to be a little bit further down the grid. We're expecting some of them times coming from the AM drivers, but the pros tonight are doing 2:31.27. We have got Ralph Cullingham on of 2:34.23. Okay, so he's a little bit off the pace. He's going to have to really try and sort of find some speed in these little MX-5s, but this course is not easy, guys. I'm not going to lie. The whole Bathurst course itself, you know, once you go up into the mountain section, once you go up past Quarry and the cutting, which is the sharp left-hander, you know, you're going up into a very tricky section of track. And when we enter into the skyline, you're dropping downhill off camber into the S's and then down into the dipper. So if we can pick up Pete Newman, Pete is coming up to that area now. So if we can pick up Pete, please, producer Tyler. There is Pete Newman. There he is. He's at the top of the hill. He's just coming across. Now what we can, as you can see guys, we're coming into this area and it drops down off camber there. You can see it there. And then you go over the curb. Arthur settles the car as we just had a big bump from car number 12. That's Daniel Bristow in front of Pete. He's coming down now. Then we're going to go left and then we'll go right again. And then we'll drop down right-hander down into the left-hander. That is the Forest Elbow. And then we got the big, long Conrad Straight. Now guys, if you're sitting there wondering, what happens when they hit a wall? Well, they get a contact, but the contact in iRacing is a zero contact. Okay, so zero contact, which basically means that the lap is unfortunately done. They won't get a qualifying time, but also it's not a contact as in 1 or 2 or anything like that. You know, they won't get a 1x or 2x. They will just basically get, and they won't be out, their lap will not count. Now that's the only trouble with Bathurst this evening, is if you do contact that wall, yes, it doesn't count, you get a 0x, but unfortunately it does ruin your lap. Okay, so we are going to jump into Pete Newman's cockpit. Now Pete's got about, well, I'm not sure he's going to get around, we've got about 20, maybe he might get around another lap. So let's have a look. We've got a 15-minute quali, so he's got about another 7 minutes. So here we go for Pete Newman. Now you can see how long this run is in this little MX-5. It really is quite, it's a very slow lap, and you know, it really does take some concentration, because you go in for 2.5 minutes. Okay, and you've really got to kind of concentrate for them 2.5 minutes, especially from about now. Now, what some iRacing communities are doing, guys, is from about the beginning of that turn all the way through Forest Elbow, because it is so tight. If you spin it, the rule was in place that you have to tow. Now, this track is deservedly of that as well. That rule may sound harsh to some of you, sitting there thinking, well, you can let them go and then obviously people can go past, but you just can't in this area because it is so tight. Now you've got a little bit more of a freedom coming round here, up round the top of the hill where Pete is, round Philly Park. You've got a little bit more of a runoff, and as you come down into Skyline here as well, if you go straight ahead, obviously you're going to hit the barrier, so you're going to have to tow anyway. But let's just show you an onboard as we drop down now into the S's. He's got to brake in a straight line, and then he comes down second gear, slight dab, second again, hugging that wall on both sides of that turn, and then coming round to the right-hander. And you've just got to try and kind of feather it round to try and make sure it doesn't run wide. And that's the thing with these cars, is that they're very tricky. You then got this long straight all the way down Conrad Straight. Now it's very long, and to be honest with you, this is where I would expect most of the overtakes this evening to be happening, because it is such a long run. It gives plenty of time for drafting the little MX-5s, and I believe this is probably where a lot of the overtakes were happening. You see Pete Newman there just dropping off from the car in front, who is, will be just starting their flying lap, I believe. But then again, he's also pulled over to allow Pete to come through, so it's a little bit of a catch-22 as we see Pete dive into the pits there. So unfortunately that's not Pete Newman not going to take us round. But Ralph Cunningham has got some work to do. He's on a 2:34. He's about 3 seconds off the pace at the moment, so he's going to have to really kind of go for it, just to make sure he can keep with it in that top 10. Now we do have 18 cars on track this evening, 18, and they're from all over, guys. We got Belgium's in there, America's in there, Charles Kellerman, he's from the UK, and it's going to be a very mixed bag of races this evening. And as I say, we do have 18 drivers, all going to be diving up through the mountain section that we call it of Bathurst, through Quarry, up through Solomon Park, down into Skyline, the S's, the Dippo, down into Forest Elbow. There's going to be 18 of them. Now we do expect, I think, some form. I'm going to say incidents, I think, because sometimes going up through that section, some of the incidents aren't always helped. And they're not helped if your car gets squirrely and you have to go and hit the brake, and then the guy behind comes up and he decides that he's going to hit you up the, up the back. So, it's a little bit of a tricky one, and I think tonight, if there is any forms of incidents, the stewards are going to have to take a really good look just to make sure that it's going to be correct, because it is definitely a tricky one to try and judge whether or not it was intentional, whether or not anything really out of the line happened, or whether or not, it was just a pure accident. And I think that's what gives Bathurst its complete sort of uniqueness, should we say. I've done a 12-hour event, must have been about 3 weeks to a month ago now, and it was a tough one then, and I was in a Ferrari GT3, and it's tough then. In a little MX-5, it's going to be even tougher as we enter the last 2.5 minutes of quali. As you can see up the top of the screens, Craig Jones is leading, and then we've got Pete Newman on the pros. As you see, Pete's on the top of the hill. Craig there, car number 29 on the right hand side from Team Results Clothing iRacing. Oh, there's somebody going off there. Is he going? Are we going to see him in the middle of the straight? Because that is only the way he can go. Did they make it through, or did they hit the barrier at the famous jump? They made it through. He's on the left-hand side with a puff of smoke there. He made it through, as you can see there, guys. Craig Jones, and then we've got Mick Barry is in the same team. They are running behind each other currently as well. And then further back from that, that's car number 32. So that itself is Ralph Cunningham from the pros team. So he's obviously, they're running line astern, free abreast, towing where possible to help out. I'm sure they're probably trying to help out Ralph Cunningham, because he kind of really needs to get his groove on at the moment, as we see Pete Newman coming round to start his lap. We've got about a minute 15 and a little bit left, so it's going to be interesting to see what sort of times we get coming through the leaderboard. Okay, so as I say, guys, we will do the first 2 races in this session, then we will swap over, and then we'll have a BRB screen, and then we will be back with the last 2 races. And it's just going to be a very interesting race, I think. I think if people can keep it out of the wall in these first lap or so, and really try and get some heat into their tyres and into their brakes, then I think we could be on for an absolutely epic battle. The last thing we really want to see is people going off and really sort of, ending their race in lap 1, because it's not good. And these are top drivers, guys, and I'm sure that they will be really sensible going through that first section, because otherwise it's just gonna be, well, let's put it this way: if Pete Newman, if he qualifies pole and he spins in the mountain section after he goes around the cutting, it's going to be a car park. There's literally nowhere to go to try and get past. Yes, I know the MX-5s are not the largest, and it will take Pete to tow to get out the way to allow the rest of the field through, but it is still going to be a tough one for these guys as well. So we'll wait just for the qualifying results to come through, and then we will give you the grid overall. So the qualifying grid will pop up now. Pete Newman in first place, Daniel Hunt in second, Daniel Bristol in third, Jamie Ayres fourth, Hefford fifth, Jones in sixth, Jacqueline in seventh, Cullinan in eighth, Sampson in ninth, Barry in 10th, Morris in 11th, Van Gool in 12th, Wright in 13th, Main in 14th, Littler in 15th, Alan Toon 16th, Charles Kellerman down in 17th, Craig Crawford is in 18th position. So there you go. That brings us up for the race. And as I say, guys, if you are here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. That would be absolutely amazing. And then turn on the bells for notifications, and you will see every Tuesday evening when we go live. And that will be absolutely epic as well. So much love to you all. So we're just waiting for Jason Morris and Steve Hefford to get on the grid before we go. There you go. There's on board with Pete Newman on the top. Looking rather nice in his little MX-5 there with a little camo blue striped helmet. But here we go, guys. We're going to have the lights. Everybody's on the grid. They are gearing up. 3, 4, 5. And tonight's MX-5 UK Sim Races is off. We got Pete Newman, Keith Howe in front, Hunt in second, Bristow third, Ayres in fourth. Then we got Hefford in fifth, Jacqueline sixth as well. Everybody seems to make it through all the way down the field, but we know we're not out of trouble yet. We know it's going to be coming up through here, this mountain section, guys, and we will keep an eye on it as much as we can as Newman leads us away. Hunt comes up behind him, Bristow in third, Ayres in fourth, Hefford fifth, Jacqueline sixth, Jones in seventh, Cullinan is eighth. As moves in the back there he sticks his nose out. I believe it's Cullinan and Jones. Oh, that's Craig Jones all over Carl Jacqueline. Jacqueline goes in deep. That's going to allow Jones to come through up the hill. Are these guys going to be sensible? All the way around now, coming into the cutting, guys. So we've got Jones on the right. There you go. Craig Jones gets the job done and makes it through. First pass there for Craig Jones. That puts him up into sixth place now, chasing down the top five. Newman, Hunt, Bristow, Ayres, Hefford, Jones, Jacqueline, Cullinan and Sampson Barry round out our top 10. Everybody coming over the section now. There's been a few passes, a main pass right there for P13. Jones got past Jacqueline for P6 on that run as well, which was what we saw. And there you go, coming through the first time. Oh, Newman throws it in. Oh, is he going to hold this? Oh, that is absolute stunning work from Pete Newman. He looked well squirrely. But here we go. This is the long run down Conrad. This is where it's going to really make the difference now. Newman is going to have to go some to try and break this draft. And you'll see this draft all the way back as we see Daniel Bristow climbing all over Hunt there, coming down now. Now the problem is for Bristow is Hunt's picking up the draft from Newman in front. So as we're coming up around the left-hander, there you go, there's on the right-hand side. Oh, there you go, that's the move we was expecting. Hunt and Newman swap positions. Newman on the inside. He's got Bristow on the out. Bristow's going to have the inside line for the last corner there for Murray's. He's going to take that last corner side by side. That puts Newman down into third place. Further down the field, Van Gaal past Morris. And Van Gaal also past Mick Barry. So that will be an interesting one there. Van Gaal picking up 2 places, going down Conrad. And this is where we're going to really see it, guys. This is the overtakes we love to see. And we are going to see a lot of them down in Conrad. Now, obviously, we saw Craig Jones make that move on Carl Jacqueline. It looks like Jacqueline's got the move back past Jones as well, though. So they've swapped back again. Jacqueline's now in 6th. So there he is further back there. Here we go. Look at this. Bristow now climbing all over the back of the Hunt, coming into turn 1. On the outside, the 2 wide, Hunt and Bristow. Are they going to play ball with each other? Oh, Bristow takes a little bit of a wider line. Is he going to get that exit up the hill? Here goes Hunt now. He's going to try and make that move stick on the inside. He's got the inside line. There's nowhere for Bristow to go apart from trying to come around the outside, which he has done. This is the action we wanted to see, guys. They're 2 wide. They've dropped back a little bit, though, as have the Momo drivers behind them. As Steve Hefford and Jamie Ayres, they settle back in again as well. There was no way they were going to make it 2 wide from there, but I'll tell you what, Bristow's not giving up. He's not giving up in that sparkly silver livery as we're coming up over the hill now, coming round McPhilly Park. There you go. Coming down into Skyline. We're going to be on the brakes just about the bridge. There you go. Down through 3rd gear, 2nd gear. We know he's got a little dab. Oh, he hugs that wall. Oh, Hunt gets all out of shape. This is going to be the move now from Bristow, dropping down into Forest Elbow on the brakes, rolling around in 1st gear, takes the inside line, hard on the gas. This is going to be an overtake, I'm afraid, guys, and poor old Hunt is going to be at the back. There you go. I think Bristow's got this job done. Pete Van Gaal has had an incident that's going through the cut-in. I have to have a look back from there, but if we switch back out, where is Daniel Hunt? There you go, we're side by side with Daniel Hunt going down Conrad. Bristol, Newman's in there as well. Newman needs to force a gap, and unfortunately these guys are not going to let him have that gap. Is Hunt going to send it in? Oh, Bristol and Hunt too wide, going through the last chicane. Here we go on this run down to Murray's corner. Side by side now, Daniel Bristow and Daniel Hunt. We're going to have a look back at the Pete Van Gool incident very shortly. But Bristow and Hunt are not giving up. Newman's not giving up either. Hefford's in there and Ayres is in there as well. And catching him up at the back is Jacqueline. He's slowly moved on to the back of these 5. There's just nowhere for Newman to go. He's trying and trying and trying. And there is literally nowhere for him to go. We're going to have about another 2 laps. But here is Pete Van Gool. There is Pete. Oh! That's car number 80. That's Mike Sampson. Went all out of shape, and that put Pete Van Gool, just tagged Pete Van Gool. And unfortunately for Pete, he was in the wall. 3 wide! That's not going to work. Oh no, Bristol's come off worse. Bristol come off worse. They went 3 wide. Hunt, Newman and Bristow. And Bristow come out worse now. He's at the back of this pack. Oh, that was never gonna work. That's on the Pete Newman pass. Daniel Bristow. Up through the mountain section we go. Newman's back out in front. Hunt's in second. Ayres in third. Hefford fourth. Jacqueline's now up into fifth. Bristow down in 6th place, wanting to try and get back up to the front, depending on what sort of damage he's got from slightly tagging a wall. But Newman's got the job done. He's taking that inside line. He's just got to make it through this next tricky section through Skyline. First part done. S's. Oh, done. There you go, down the dipper. We think Pete Newman may have clipped the wall. Down we go through the dipper. That's all finished. Forest Elbow now. Newman 0.59. It's not going to keep him out of the draft, guys. I've got to be honest, he's not going to be able to stay out that draft. What we are going to have to do is try and follow what's going to happen now all the way down this straight, because these guys are battling tooth to nail, as is Craig Jones, Ralph Cunningham and Mick Barry. Newman still managing to hold it out from Hunt in front. Hunt's making that move. He's taking the inside line. There's Craig Jones and is Hunt. Goes up the inside of Newman into the chicane. Oh, that's car number 72. That's Steve Hefford. Hefford's gone off. Ayres is making a move at the last corner. Ayres, there you go. Ayres has now got into the front 3. He's now out in front. Ayres making the move and getting it out in front now. He's ahead of Newman. He's ahead of Hunt as well. Oh, this is going to be absolutely amazing. That swap, Ayres is out of shape. Oh, he keeps it out the back of Newman, but that's compromised Newman now for Bristow, for Jacqueline. Jacqueline's tucked up behind him, and Newman's out in front. Ayres behind him, Hunt in third, Jacqueline fourth, Bristow fifth. Bristow's on a recovery after having going 3 wide into turn 1. That was never going to work. Unfortunately, Bristow come out the back end of that and the back of that as well. Craig Jones, Ralph Cunningham switching positions all the way through the race. 6, 7 and 8 are close together. There they are. That's the teammates. Craig Jones, Ralph Cunningham and Mick Barry. But Newman now is kind of getting open a little bit of a gap. He's got 0.85. He needs about 1.1, maybe out to 1.5 seconds to really not be affected as much by that toe. The only fortunate thing is Ayres now is looking like he's holding up Hunt, Jacqueline and Bristow. And that's the thing. Carl Jacqueline is currently leader at the arms. Oh! Saying that was Hunt in the wall. Jacqueline's now up into third place. Bristol hit the wall as well. These guys are at the back. They're not going to take this too wide. This is never going to work. Oh, there's another tag on the wall there. These guys out front loving this rubbing on that wall. But Newman's now got about a second gap. Whether or not that's going to be enough to keep him out of the draft to Jamie Ayres, we will see. We're going to have a look now at the incident of Steve Hefford. He comes into the chicane, takes the first part fine, but then he kind of gets really upside. Oh, that was netcode. Netcode all over the back of Jamie Ayres. Unfortunately for Steve Hefford, he come off worse. Here we go now. Hunt and Jacqueline is trying to make that move. Down Concord, going round the right-hander. Jacqueline hugging the inside Ryan. Contact on the back of Hunt. Oh, Hunt's gone off. That's allowed Bristow through. Bristow now is good, tagging Jacqueline into the last corner. These guys side by side now as they're running down. Bristol gets the job done over Jacqueline. Behind that battle is Jones, Cullinan and Barry. They're having a little epic scrap, the guys from Results Clothing. From the iRacing team, they're having a little bit of a battle as well. Further down the thing as well, Alan Toon is at the back of Charles Kellerman. So it's even going to be even closer with these guys. Guys, there's little action all the way down. We'll try and bring you as much of the action as we can. But there's just so much going on in the first race. This first 15-minute heat of the UK Simraces MX5. As we say, guys, if you are here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button as well as we watch Jacqueline and Bristow now go toe-to-toe. The gladiators of the MX5s. All on track. Air, Newman, Ayres, Bristow, Jacqueline, Hunt, Jones, Cullinan, Barry, Morris, Main, Kellerman, Toon, Littler, Crawford, Wright are there. The Vikings of this evening's MX5 race are absolutely doing battle. Swapping backwards and forwards positions as we could look at Barry and Cullinan now as they go up. Oof. Take a breather. Here we go. They're taking a right hand around Griffins. Through Reed. There's lots of corners on there and they've got names all the way around this circuit. Coming up round Solman Park now. That's a lovely name, that is. Solman Park. We're going McPhillamy Park. And then we're coming down into Skyline that us drivers all love. But we hate the next bit as we drop down Skyline and into the S's now because it can be so dangerous through this area in any car, let alone in these little MX5s. They get bent all out of shape when they're on three wheels. They don't like it at all. As we got about 3 minutes left of this race, let's pick up the Newman battle up front. Newman, Ayres is trying to get into the draft and pull himself up to the back of Pete Newman, and we know it's strong. You can see it on your screen. 0.7, 0.6, 6.5. Look at it going down. As we look at Pete Newman. Here we go, Newman now and Ayres. Newman and Ayres. This is Main now, all over the back of Kellerman. Hunt's in the pits. Hunt is in the pits. That's car number 42. That's Carl Jacqueline. As Jacqueline had an incident in the last corner as we start the last lap of the race. He's all the way down the field in 10th. Has Carl Jacqueline had an incident? If we can have a look at the Jacqueline incident. Here we go. Goes into the last corner. Overruns it. Oh! And around goes Jacqueline. From there you go. Carl Jacqueline, unfortunately now on the last lap of the race, not being able to stay up front, but Newman and Ayres is, and I'm expecting this battle to swap and change as we're coming down now through the mountain section. These guys are going to be at the back. I swear, I'll tell you one thing, guys, as well. It's going to be close because Newman knows Ayres is in the prime position about now. And if Ayres is in the prime position, he's going to be, well, he's going to lose it, unfortunately. There's no other way to really say what's going to happen. He is going to lose the position, and he's going to lose the position because of just where Ayres is. Ayres is in that draft, and there's not a lot that we're going to be able, Newman's going to be able to do. He's just going to be sat there, and it's just really going to, unfortunately, throw him out. Here we go. Hunter's had an incident. Hunter's crashed as well. As we go on board with Ayres, Newman trying to break the toe. He knows Ayres is coming, and Ayres is coming at a rate of knots. If this is going to be Jamie Ayres' move, they're going to be trying to go round now. Is Ayres going to try and get the better run? He knows Newman's compromised his run by being on that inside line. Ayres now looking for that run. Newman's got to be hugging that inside line, because if he doesn't hug that inside line, Jamie Ayres is going to take it. Ayres pulls out, coming into the last corner. They're going to be... Oh, he's trying to cut back up the run up the straight. Jamie Ayres trying to run up the straight. Oh, I think Pete Newman got it. I think Pete Newman got it. Newman took the victory over Ayres. There you go, Kellerman comes across the line from Maine, Jackalit as well. Toon and Littler there, Andy Littler coming across the line, the last one's on track. Littler, we've got Crawford and Wright. Crawford down in 13th. Darrell Wright all the way down in 14th position, guys. Oh, poor Darrell Wright. There you go. He's coming up through the chicane. This is Craig Crawford. It goes round the last lap of the race. Craig Crawford running wide. Still wide. Still very wide. So there we go. There's Craig Crawford. Now we'll wait for the results to come through. Okay, so here's the results of race 1. Pete Newman in first place, Jamie Ayres in second, Daniel Bristow third, Craig Jones fourth, Ralph Cullinan in fifth, Mick Barry sixth, Jason Morris seventh, Charles Kellerman in eighth, Leaf Smain in ninth. Carl Jagler, after his incident, was down in 10th. He was absolutely flying. One point was up in third place. Alan Toon there in 11th. Andy Littler 12th. Craig Crawford 13th. Darrell Wright 14th. Daniel Hunt 15th. Steve Hefford, Pete Van Gaal and Martin Sampson did not finish down in 3 laps, 4 laps respectively. So down in 16th, 17th and 18th. Okay, so here we go now. We're just going to, on this 10-minute warm-up, we will... try and get a drink, guys, and settle down. So if you are here, please go and get a drink. Okay, and get ready for the next race. If it's anything like this one, well, it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So there we go. Let's see what happens and see what we can get. But that was absolutely amazing. And Newman knew Ayres was coming in that last race. And he knew down Conrad Straight that if Ayres got him, he was going to get him. And that's the thing with that. He knew it was coming, and he knew he had to try as best as possible to try and defend himself. And it was just, you know, one of them things. Newman managed to hold on, but literally he did. He was holding on. He was holding on. He was holding on. Shortly. Alright guys, we are back now. As you can see, we are in the warm-up session. Let's hope the warm-up has got about 5 minutes remaining. Okay, so there's about 5 minutes left of the warm-up before race 2. And then we will be going again at this crazy, absolutely insane Bathurst circuits. Wow, this is just going to be absolutely amazing, guys, as well. As we see Elise Main out on track for the Optical Red team in the MX-5 there. These guys doing a stellar job this evening. Carl Jacqueline was so unlucky. Craig Crawford is in there as well in the Optical Red team. It's so unlucky. Carl Jacqueline, I tell you, could have been absolutely amazing. You know, he was up in third, and then he went round the last corner, unfortunately spun the car, and that, well, that put him, unfortunately, back down the field. So, yeah, poor Carl Jacqueline there, having a little bit of a rough time. So we'll show you the results of the classes. So here in the pros, Pete Newman was the winner in the pros. Jamie Ayres second, Daniel Bristow third. Ralph Cullingham fourth, Charles Kellerman fifth, Elise Main sixth, Daniel Hunt seventh. Steve Hefford in 8th place, Pete Van Gaal in 9th, and Martin Sampson in 10th place. Now in the AMS, Craig Jones was your winner in the AMS, Mick Barry second, Jason Morris third. Carl Jacqueline was down in 4th at the end, Alan Toon 5th, Andy Littler 6th, Craig Crawford 7th, and Darrell Wright down in 8th place. So there you go. Thanks. I can't wait for race 2. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and it'll be on race 2 that we will change over sessions. So we will jump back onto the BRB screen, and we will change over sessions, as you can see here, whereas we're watching now Elise Main from the Optical Red team. Now, very shortly, in about 3 minutes, we will go back and bring you the next grid for tonight's race, guys. For tonight's race, I cannot wait for this. It's going to be absolutely epic, race 2, and then we go into race 3, and just to top it off, we've got race 4 as well. 4 15-minute, high intense racing in the MX-5. What more could you possibly ask for this evening, you say? Well, we say we can't bring you much more than we're already bringing you guys, unfortunately. We're just going to have to try and see what these drivers can do and see how much action is going to be on track. Absolutely amazing there between Newman and Ayres in the last race. Mick Barry, Craig Cullinan were all side by side, swapping positions from the iRacing Results Clothing, Result Clothing iRacing team, and Craig Jones was in there as well. They were having their own freeway. This poor man, Steve Hefford, mad netcode with Jamie Ayres at the chicane, and unfortunately that put him straight left. And it was netcode, and you can tell it's netcode because your car does something random. And there was no way Steve Hefford, a driver of his caliber, would have gone right at the chicane and then turned left. Just wasn't going to happen. So don't forget, guys, as well, you can follow me over on Twitter at jparfit12. That would be absolutely amazing. You can keep up with where I am when we're live, and we'll see what we can get in touch. You can keep up to date with all of my commentary duties. But tonight we are here for the UK Simraces MX-5 event at Bathurst. So there you go. Right, let's switch over to the there you go, we are back. Alan Toon now from Work Guard by Result is on track. Car number 65 Ralph Cullinan still in his I believe that was probably Ralph Cullinan in the wall at Forest Elbow, guys. I'm not going to lie. He looked like he punted the wall. So Ralph Cullinan there coming off the back of Forest Elbow. And unfortunately, that was the result of it. So there you go. Poor Ralph. It's a hard corner It's a very hard corner for these guys, and it's not easy if you get it wrong. Whoa, car number 8 there doing an absolutely speed. That's Jason Morris. Not quite sure where Jason was off to, but wherever he was off to, it wasn't on track. So there you go, Jason Morris, unfortunately there. Right, that is the warm-up done. Let's bring you the grid for the second race. Martin Sampson out in front in first. Van Gaal in second. Hefford third. Hunt in fourth. Wright in fifth. Crawford sixth. Littler in seventh. Toon in eighth. Jacqueline ninth. Main in 10th. Kellerman 11th. Morrison 12th. Barry 13th. Cullinan 14th. Jones 15th. Bristow 16th. Ayres 17th. And our winner from the last race, Pete Newman, is down in 18th. James, you may say, why are they reversed? Because that's what we do for race 2. That gets reverse grid, and we're on a full reverse of the 18 drivers. So Martin Sampson, who unfortunately had an incident with Pete Van Gaal, these guys on the front row together, going in, we were coming through the S's, unfortunately, are now leading the race. So, well, you know, absolutely stellar job for them. Let's see if we can just keep it now, and let's see what they can do, because this is going to be stunning. Guys, absolutely stunning. We're just waiting for Mick Barry to get out on track. Where is Mick? Mick has missed the start. 4 lights, 5 lights, race 2, the UK Simraces MX5, and we are off, guys. Sampson's managed to hold out in front. Pete Van Gaal in second, Hefford in third. Hunt in fourth, Wright in fifth, Crawford sixth, Littler seventh, Jacqueline down in eighth, Main in ninth. A massive gaggle of cars behind these ones. Somebody's got off the line very slow and has caused all of them to be together. But here we go now. Sampson on the right, Van Gaal on the left, Hefford tucked up as well. We've seen 3 wide not work before. Hefford's surely not crazy enough to take it 3 wide. He's not. Contact with him and Sampson. That's allowed. Van Gaal out in front. This is going to be Hefford's to lose. He's got to be looking at trying to get out the inside of Van Gaal. Trying to get this job done now as we come around into the cutting for the first time this evening. In race 2, guys, up the hill we go. Further back from that, Main is in the mix. It's got car number 18, which is Craig Crawford, her teammate from Optical Red there. Pete Newman's up 2 places. Jamie Ayres is trying to make it, but he's got Pete Newman beside him. These are guys, protagonists from the first race. Pete Newman come out the winner there. Craig Jones is in the mix. Bristow's in the mix as well. Further up in front of that, it looks like Alan Toon and Littler are swapping places as we come down in through the cutting, down in through the S's for the first time. These guys side by side. Out in front is still Van Gaal, and then behind him is Hefford, then Hunt, Sampson, Wright, Jacqueline, Main, Crawford, Toon, Littler. Right, there you go, there he is, Wright. He's got Jacqueline right behind him. Jacqueline's got to be looking to making the move, so is Hefford up front. Steve Hefford all over Van Gaal. Jacqueline making that move past Darrell Wright. Down the straight we go. Let's jump forward. The leaders are very close together. There we go. There's Van Gaal. There's Hefford on the inside. Is he going to try and bully on the inside? He is. He's got to be hanging it in there now. He doesn't want any last netcode issues like he did, but that's Hefford through. Hefford through. Further back at that. Look at the back behind Crawford. There's Kellerman, Morris, Bristow in there as well. Car number 211. That's Littler. Cullinan, Jones, Newman. There's off. There's an off in the back. I believe that may have been Littler and Cullinan have unfortunately collided. There is Littler, car number 16. Ralph Cullinan, car number 17. Where is Mick Barry? Is Mick Barry still going? Mick Barry's come out the pits. Daniel Bristow, no, I believe is Mick Barry on track? That's the question. Steve Hefford out in front, got Van Gaal making a move on the inside line. Behind him is Hunt. Behind that, Sampson. These guys nose to tail. There's Van Gaal making a move round up into the run into turn 1. If Hefford's not careful, Hunt's going to make that move as well, and he has done. There's Hefford down into third. He loses 2 places in the space of one corner. Further back, Morris is Bristow tying all over him. Newman is behind him. Oh, Hunt and Hefford side by side. Hefford settles in behind Hunt. Coming up through Griffin's Mount and up through the tricky mountain section of Bathurst now as Van Gaal takes the lead out in front at the moment. Hunt second, Hefford third, Sampson fourth, Jacqueline fifth, Wright sixth. Maine is up amazing in seventh place. Elise Maine there takes up 3 places off the start. One of the highest gainers though is Daniel Bristow. There you go, Bristow up in 8. Newman is in 8 as well. Newman now making it past car number 8. That's Jason Morris. Bristow up in front there as well. Car number 67. In the middle of these two, Charles Kellerman is gonna have to be eyes in the front for Bristow, eyes in the back for Newman. Further back, that's Ayres as well, trying to make that move. But here we go on board with Hefford now. We're expecting a massive tow from Hefford now. 2 cars in front. Here we go. Hefford's going to be on the ball. That's Hunt taking us 2 wide. Hefford's trying to follow up through. There's Van Gaal going all the way from first to third. And this is Hefford going from third. Oh, keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. Oh, is he going to make this stick going into that last corner? He's got the inside line now, Hefford and Hunt. And there you go, Hefford up 2 places. From third all the way to first place. Hunt, Van Gaal, Sampson, Jacqueline behind him. Oh, that's Ayres going off there. I believe Ayres run very wide in that last corner. He's still ahead of Craig Jones. But Jason Morris is in front of him. Jason Morris went past Ayres. But up front now, here we go. Martin Sampson tucked up behind Hunt. He's not going to be looking at taking this 3 wide, surely. Here we go now. Sampson on the left of your screen. Van Gaal in front. Van Gaal in second. Car number 84 is Daniel Wright. Taking a position away from Elise Maine. That's Elise down into 7th place now with the charging Bristow behind him. Newman behind him. There is Newman, there is Kellerman, there is Ayres, there is Jones, there is Morris. These guys all battling for position. This is 11th, 12th, 13th. Morris now in 11th, Ayres in 12th. There is Jones behind him. Up front, Maine. Oh, Maine into the wall. Loses another place to the charging Bristow. Bristow's making that move up on the inside though. He's brave. There you go, Bristow and Wright. Oh, Bristow's got the job done. Over Wright as we come up to the top of Skyline and down through the S's. See, Bristow's produced that new aerodynamic wing mirror that waves about and cuts through the air, but this is on the back end of Hefford now. See Van Gaal closing. He's out half a second at the moment. 4 temps. 3. Oh, look at that. That was a stunning shot there of the closing speed of Van Gaal, Hunt and Sampson over our leader. Hefford now, we've just got 7.5 minutes gone. That's Newman making the move on Maine. Ayres has made the move over Morris. And Ayres, and he's now got Kellerman next in his sights, guys. There is Charles Kellerman, car number 67. There is Newman. Newman, the winner from the last race. Obviously, with the reverse grid function, we've started at the back. So Newman and Bristow now are plus 10 on their grid positions, guys. That's an absolute stellar job from these two absolute gladiators. But Van Gaal on the left, Hefford on the right. Oh, Hefford's tucked in behind him. That's put Van Gaal out in the lead. Sampson's making a move on the Hunt at the back as well. He's tried the outside line a couple of times. And unfortunately for him, has come off a little bit worse for wear, which generally is not a good idea. So this time Samson backed out of it there from Hunt. Hunt has also lost an aerodynamic wing mirror. Oh, Jamie Ayres, Craig Jones, that's car number 8, Jason Morris, runs wide in turn 1. And unfortunately for him is now behind Jamie Ayres and Craig Jones. Van Gogh out in front, Hefford in second, Hunt in third, Sampson fourth, Jacqueline in fifth, and Bristow is in sixth. He's up 10 with Newman. He's not that far. He's got about 6 seconds, so he's going to have a bit of a tall order as these guys are obviously got that toe. Bristow's kind of in that middle field. He's got a second and a half behind him, Darrell Wright. And then behind him is the ever-charging Pete Newman. But up front, Van Gogh, Hefford, Hunt. Now, if our story goes as the story's gone, I'm expecting by the end, by the time we get down into the chicane, Daniel Hunt's going to be in the lead. And I'm only expecting that because of the draft that he's going to get. Carl Jacqueline now. You see Sampson out in front. Let's flick to the leaders, please. Pete Van Gogh. Hefford, there you go, that's too wide. Hunt's trying to follow Hefford through. Is he going to try and make a gap for himself? So he's able to get through. Hunt now. Hefford's taking the position. Hunt didn't really gain anything. If anything, he's closed Sampson right up the back of him. Further back from that, that's Newman taking right there. So Newman now is behind. He's following Bristow place for place for place. Unfortunately for Ayres, he didn't do that. He passed Jason Morris and unfortunately hasn't gone any further forward. He's still got Main in front and Kellerman as well. Hunt's made the inside move on Van Gogh in turn 1. That's Hunt now up into second. I'm expecting Van Gogh to come through, but then again we have got Sampson, we have got Jacqueline, and there's the ever-charging Bristow behind him. Look at this. 2 by 2. They go up the straight, up mountain straight. The MX-5s go up 2 by 2. Hurrah! As we're coming down into turn 1 now. Van Gogh, Hunt's on the inside. Jacqueline's on the out. And then Sampson is there as well. Carl Jacqueline making amends in race 2 that he unfortunately had that off in the last corner in race 3. But he's up 6 as well. We've got Newman, the highest climber at the moment, up 11. Bristow's a little bit further. He's gained 2 seconds on Sampson, so Sampson really kind of needs to be careful. He's on last lap was a 2:33. Bristow was on a 2:32, and we're only going to have this one and one more. So it's going to be the last lap of the race as we go round. I don't think we're going to get that next one in. If we do, it's going to be, well, it's going to be a barely move. As we see Jacqueline now with Hunt right up behind him. Oh, Jacqueline goes a different line. Not an ideal line through there, sir. And unfortunately, you've now got Hunt, who is climbing all over the back of you like a tiger. He wants that full third place. And unfortunately, Carl Jacqueline, you are next on his prey list. As Hunt now is going to be coming back. But this is going to be the run. This is going to be Hefford, Van Gogh, Hunt and Jacqueline. Let's see if Van Gogh can make it stick. Because I'm expecting Van Gogh to make that move. There you go, he pulls out. Jacqueline Hunt are side by side as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. You can see all 4 cars side by side fighting for the top 4 positions. Here we go. Down into the chicane. That's Van Gogh got the job done. Jacqueline's hugged the inside line. Him and Hunt together. Takes it next to her. Jacqueline's got to try and get back up the inside. Because if he wants... Oh, Hunt's cut his nose off. Hunt absolutely chopped his nose off there. We're going to see Barney, the flag bearer, waving frantically for the final lap of the race, guys. There he is in his box, the strongest right arm in iRacing. As we come to the end of race 2, the last lap of the race, Van Gogh has got to try and make this stick. If he doesn't make this stick, he's going to be in trouble. He either lets Newman through and takes him back down the straight, or he goes chances it. And if he chances it, I think Hefford may get it. I've got to be honest. I think Hefford may get it. I think I'm also going to have to apologise to Hefford there because I think I called him Newman. But no, I think Steve Hefford may get there. Van Gogh didn't let him through. And from my point of view, I don't know if that's going to be a mistake. Ayres is trying to climb all over the back. He gets Darrell Wright. And he got Charles Kellerman there. So Ayres now is up into 8th place coming in. Oh, there's contact between Kellerman and Wright. There was contact between Kellerman and Wright there. Kellerman remains in front of Wright with Ayres, Jones and Morris. But up front, here's the Hefford Van Gogh. I don't know. We've had Craig Crawford's also had a crash as well. We'll try and have a look back. Oh, I think he just entered the pit lane, sorry, and I think our timing tower presumed that he'd had an incident. So here we go now. This is going to be the run, and this is where Hefford's either going to make it stick and get that first position back from Van Gogh, but Hunt is in the primaries. Hunt is a primary, very back. He's got to be trying to make that move on Hefford early to be able to get Van Gogh, and I don't know if he's going to get it because his primary position is there. We've seen this guy in third place normally make the move. Van Gogh there has moved over. That's allowed Hefford through. The gap is there for Hunt. It's whether or not Hunt's brave enough. Van Gogh's going to send it up the inside on the last chicane. Oh, he runs wide. Van Gogh's off. Hefford's on. Is this Hunt's now to take the victory? Hunt is going to take this victory after Van Gogh and Hefford both went off in the last chicane. Sampson and Jacqueline are having a battle into the last turn as well, but Hunt's just got one more turn. Here we go on the run up the straight. I believe Hunt's going to get this victory. Is Van Gogh going to keep second? Did Van Gogh cross the line in second place? Oh, that looked strikingly close. Ayres and Kellerman are doing the same thing. Oh, Ayres kept it there from Kellerman. Wow, that was too close to call from these guys. That was absolutely stunning. Look at this last lap. Van Gogh goes in deep. Him and Hefford go off, and that allows Hunt to sweep round the outside on that run, and literally he hugs the inside, blocks off Van Gogh there. I'm not quite sure I would have done that. I kind of would have probably hugged the inside line, as he did kind of open up that vortex of terror, which could have ended so badly. I'm not sure how Hefford didn't get that. I've got to be honest, iRacing says Van Gogh got second, but I don't know how Hefford didn't get that second place. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. We'll bring you up the results of this race, guys, and then we are going to jump into the next session. Okay, so race 3 and 4 will be in the next session. We've just got to wait for Ralph Cullinan to finish, and he's a long way back currently. There is Ralph. Mick Berry never made it onto the grid. Mick Barry never made it onto the grid. Poor Mick. So here we go, just waiting for Ralph Cullinan now to complete this lap. As you can see up top, Daniel Hunt was the leader, winner of your pros. Carl Jacqueline was the leader of the AMs, and he's really in the mix tonight. He really is, and he's doing such a stellar job that it is absolutely crazy. Carl Jacqueline could have been so much higher these last 2 races if he didn't have that last incident in the last corner. So we're just waiting for Ralph Cullinan to finish. Look at the gains on the left-hand side of your timing tower. Bristow up 10, Newman up 11, Ayres up 9. It's absolutely stellar. Right. As we watch Ralph come across the line. There you go. So Ralph Cullinan has finished, guys. So there you go. That is race 1 and 2, all finished. We'll bring you the overalls. Daniel Hunt out in front, Van Gogh in second, Hefford in third, Carl Jacqueline in fourth, Martin Sampson fifth, Daniel Bristow sixth, Pete Newman in seventh place, Jamie Ayres in eighth, Charles Kellerman ninth, Jason Morris in 10th, Craig Jones in 11th, Elise Main down in 12th, Darryl Wright 13th, Alan Toon 14th, Andy Littler in 15th, Ralph Cullinan in 16th, Craig Crawford finished a lap down in 17th, and poor old Mick Barry, not quite sure what happened, he did not make the race. So poor Mick there did not unfortunately make the race. So there you go, guys. Right, we are going to jump onto the Be Right Back screen, guys, while we swap over sessions. So we will see you on the other side. Right, guys, we are back again for race 3 this evening. An absolute epic race it's gonna be. I believe we're on a 20-minute race this time. So that's going to be an absolutely outstanding. We're still here at Bathurst, and we're still here at the UK Simraces MX5, and we've got about 2 minutes remaining of practice left for the little warm-up that we're going to have before the next race. Absolutely epic battles. Van Gaal there, unfortunately, losing out on the last chicane. Just goes in deep. Him and Hefford go off, and that allows Hunt to come all the way round. Now, I believe Van Gaal is in voice chat. 50 metres in front of the flag man, I know. Unfortunately, the thing is with that as well, it got confusing how Hefford didn't get second place, because he took the flag before you did, young sir. So I'm surprised that he didn't get second, but unfortunately I think the flag is not as high up that start-finish straight as we are presuming it would be. So there you go. But hey, you got second, so well done to you. Just, you know, unfortunately, he could have had the win if it just managed to slow the car down going into the final chicane. There, you might have had the victory. So, but there you go. What can we do? So, coming up to the end of warm-up now. We are going to have a fourth race after this, guys, as well. We will need to swap the sessions. The sessions are playing a little bit of a tech issues for these guys at UK Simraces at the moment. It's unfortunately when we line them up, all four, it does play havoc with the grids, with the reverse grids and things as well. So there will be another race. We will have another swap over in the middle. Okay, so just to make you aware that there will be 4 races. So please stay in and join us for them 4 races. We will do this one, and then we're going to do one more, and then we will end for this evening. Okay, and then we'll be back, and we won't be back for very long. We will be back in 7 days' time, where we kick off the official season at the Red Bull Ring. The official season starts in 7 days. Put it in your calendar, okay? So put it in your calendar, 7 days' time, next Tuesday evening, Red Bull Ring, live on the UK Simraces YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you are here, guys, please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, turn on them bells for notifications so you do not miss next week's race. Okay, so you cannot miss it. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and I love the Red Bull Ring. I think it's absolutely amazing. Right, the grid for race 3 is up. Main is in first, Kellerman in second, Morris in third, Barry in fourth, Cullinan in fifth, Sampson 6th, Jacklett 7th, Jones in 8th, Hefford in 9th, Bristow in 10th, Van Gaal down in 11th, Ayres in 12th, Hunt is 13th. Hunt is the winner, so the top 13 are in reverse. Newman, Toon, Littler, Wright and Crawford. And if you have just joined us, guys, and you are wondering, why have you got colours, James? Why is there colours there? Well, guys, yellow are the pros, blues are the AMs. Okay, so if you're wondering why there are pretty colours on your screen, that would be why. Now, Elise Main finds herself out in front, so that's going to be absolutely amazing. See what Elise can do from the front of the grid. See if she's able, okay, to take the lead. So we're on 4 lights, 5 lights. Here we go. Elise Main gets an absolute flying start. Manages to hold on to first place. Morris and Kellerman side by side going into turn 1. Morris gets the jump on Kellerman. Further back, I think Darrell Wright is making a move as well. There you go. There is Darrell in the background. That's car 211 going off. That's Littler going on the grass. He nearly takes out, I believe that's car number 18, is it, next to him. Nearly manages to take out Craig Crawford, but Craig's managed to keep it on track now. Here is Main, Kellerman, Barry, Morris, Sampson, Jacklett, Hefford. Your front 7 at the moment. Liz Main leading us off as we head up to the hills for the first time this evening. This 20-minute race, guys. Hefford trying to make the move on the inside of Jacklett. There is Sampson. There is Bristow in there as well. Main's managed to keep the lead. Oh, it's contact further up the field. Oh, parking lot. Sampson in there. Car 29 is in there. as well. That's Craig Jones. Jones is in there. Sampson's in the pits. Jacqueline was involved in that as well. Oh. We'll have a look at the replay. But Main is still out in front from Kellerman and Barry. Barry's back on track this time. It's good to see Barry back. Welcome back, Mick Barry. Unfortunately, if you didn't make the second race, if you we're interested to find out what that would be absolutely amazing. But Main is out in front, but she knows this is the straight. This is the Conrad straight. We're going to have a look at this replay with Craig Jones. It's further up, I think. Starts with Sampson and car number 42, Carl Jacklett. Craig Jones goes in, and car number 39, is that Van Gaal? Is it in the mix as well? Then 4 cars are all involved. Here we go. Kellerman on your left, Main on the right, Barry behind him. Barry's got nowhere to go. If he's going to make gaps, he's got to force his way through, but Kellerman takes the lead from Main. Main hugs that inside line as they come through the chicane now. Oh, Barry got a good run. Further back, is that Hunt making the move over airs with Newman? It is. Here we go. Mick Barry's trying to get up the inside. Morris is there as well. They're 3 wide further back with Hunt, Newman and Ayres. Yep, Hunt, Newman and Ayres are all close together. Oh, Newman's got the jump. He's up into 7th. Go up front. Alan Toon, Main, Morris, Barry and Hefford. 3 wide on the straight. Main's in the middle. Oh, is this Hefford's got nowhere to go. You can't make it 4 down there, so there's New Rome. Main, Barry, Morris. Here we go. Further back there is Newman as well. Oh, Hefford's hugging the inside. Barry's off once wide. That's dropped him down a position. Morris and Hefford both got past Main in turn 1. Morris hugging the inside, Hefford on the outside now. These guys are 2 wide going from the cut-in. Entering up through Griffin. That's Hefford taking that position. Main is in there. Newman and Sampson now are side by side as well, with Ayres tucked up behind them. As they come up over the hill, there is Hefford. He's got Morris behind him. Kellerman's making moves up front. He's broke the toe. Kellerman has broke the toe. He's 2 seconds up the road. He's now just got to try and stay up in front with Hefford. Main on the brakes there. He saw her brake lights come on. Hefford goes through Morris. Hefford there. Morris, he's chasing down Kellerman. He's trying to open up that gap to Morris, and Morris doesn't have a chance of catching him. On this straight, Main, Barry, Hunt, Bristow, Newman. Here, Martin Sampson closes the door on car number 42. That's Carl Jacquelet, and unfortunately puts both people into the wall that produced that incident with also Pete Van Gaal. Main is trying to get Morris, and Barry now trying to, oh, Barry goes in well deep. That's allowed Hunt to come through. Barry's on the grass. Sampson's making that move around the outside. Oh, unfortunately for Mick Barry there, went into too deep into the hairpin. That allowed Hunt and Sampson through. And unfortunately for Barry now, he's now got the ever-charging Newman behind him. Kellerman still out in front from Hefford. Barry's moving out the way. Oh, he wiggles off the line, goes back on it. Hunt is there as well. Bristol's got the job done over Barry for P6. Newman got the job done over Ayres for P8. Hunt now on the inside of Main, coming up to turn 1. Sampson's there. Look at him, he's at the back, but he's just got nowhere to go. Martin Sampson can't force a gap that isn't there, but he's got to try and do it, and he's done it now because Main's run wide. Oh, that's allowed Sampson through. Sampson and Hunt 2 wide going into the cut, and we go. Are these guys going to hold it out, or is this going to be... one of them's got to yield, surely, I would have thought. Sampson's hanging it in there, Hunt's hanging there as well. 2 wide up round now as we come up round Griffin's Mount. Sampson's come out on top. Kellerman now has got the job of trying to keep Hefford at bay. Lost a 2-second gap. Oh, Kellerman, as my producer just told me in my ear, oh, Kellerman made a mistake. And that allowed Hefford to close the gap right up. Hefford's all over him as they go through the Hesses. Down into the dipper. Right-hander, here we go down into Forest. On the brakes, first gear, round these MX-5s has got to be getting on. The man from Optical Green. There was a rub of the wall. I believe that may have been Hunt rubbing the wall, and he's dropped back from Sampson and Bristow. Car number 12 there. Bristow's got a different livery on from the last time, if I not remember. Hefford now side by side with Kellerman. Bristow side by side with Morris. Hefford takes the lead. Oh, what's happening with the Morris battle? Morris and, oh, Bristow now. Oh, Morris has got a slow run. That's releasing Hunt up the inside. You can see Hunt there, car number 7. Ayres has got past Newman. Oh, contact Morris and Hunt. Morris come off worse, gonna lose a position to Main. Main's got the inside line now. Newman and Ayres is coming up, and they're coming up quick, guys. Ayres takes the inside, Morris runs wide. That allows Ayres Newman through. It's closed the door on Mick Barry. Barry's trying to try and go 2 wide down the straight. Barry's currently first in and with Morris behind him. Up front, look at that. That's Ayres and Main. Ayres making the move up the inside of Main going into turn 1. There you go. Newman's making that move as well. Main needs to get on the brakes a little bit earlier. Really keeps going in deep in turn 1, and that keeps allowing the cars to be flying. Now under attack. Oh, Barry tagging the wall. Runs along the wall there. That allowed Main to keep that position, but I think that would have been and only just Barry now. Come back and taking the inside line. Must have carried some speed. As Main on the right now as they come up over the hill. Main and Morris. Barry having this epic freeway battle now. To come across the top of Macmillan Philomene Park. Here they go. There's Barry out in front. Main is pushing and pushing and pushing. Oh, don't take it too wide there. That would be not good. However, Hefford and Kellerman are just coming round Forest. Ayres and Newman are all over each other as well, these two titans. That's Bristow. What happened to Bristow and Kellerman? Did Kellerman tag the wall? Because that's allowed Hunt to come back through. Hunt now making the move down. Conrad, straight we go. 3rd gear. Hunt, Kellerman, Bristow. Oh, Hunt's trying to take it up the inside. Bristow's kind of parked it in that no man's land in the middle of the track. Left himself wide open there, unfortunately. Further back, Main has got the job done on Barry. Newman got the job done on Ayres. Can Main now hold it in going into turn 1? So looks to lose positions into turn 1. Got to hit that brakes a little bit earlier. But out in front currently is the man of the moment from Team Momo. Hefford out in front. Kellerman's gone from 1st to 3rd. Bristow sitting in 2nd. Oh, Hefford goes off. Hefford goes off in turn 1. That's allowed Bristow to close right back. Newman goes off as well. On board now with Bristow. We're going to take the left-hand side. It's the only place we can go as we wave at Steve Hefford on the way past. Do these guys make it stick? Hefford now slots in behind Bristow going into turn 1. Hits the grass. Be careful there, sir. We want to see Main holds this position. She doesn't hold the position again from Barry. She's got to try and not take it so deep into turn 1. Lucky enough, Barry followed her that time, but gee, man, she got to have been losing that position. Needs to break that little bit earlier. Try and get that car slowed down to be able to be in that position for turn one to get early onto the throttle. Out in front is Bristow now. He's got the job done on Hefford. Oh, Main and Barry. Look at these guys. Morris sitting in the back as well. To come up over the hill they go. Look at Hefford. He is all over the back of Bristow. And so is Hunt. Oh, Bristow seems a lot quicker through that first part of the S's down into the dipper. Dropping down the hill, right-hander down into Forest. Bristow's only got a 0.74 second gap. Jamie Morris past Mick Barry. We'll have another look at that. Oh, it seems to be. Here we go. Oh, Barry hard on the wall. And that is why Jason Morris takes that position. He's brave to take it at the top of the hill there, but he got the job done. Here we go. We're back live now. Bristow, Hefford coming down into the chicane at no real gain. Ayres and Newman. Ayres is going to send it. Ayres is going to send it. He's relying on Newman to give him space. Newman in the MX-5 on the inside line. Powers out. Says to Jamie Ayres, you may lick that stamp. You may stick it on an envelope, but you certainly ain't posting it past me, sir. Here we go, last corner. Newman has held that position from Ayres. Absolutely stellar job. Here we go, we're on the white flag lap now. This is 20 minutes or 6 laps, and I believe these guys have done the 6 laps. Van Gogh making his way back through the field. Barry must be having a damage there because he's got his wing mirror hanging off. Up the front though, Bristow and Hefford. Oh, Hefford takes it. Oh, Bristow. Ooh, double maneuver there. Newman and Ayres side by side. Ayres this time gets his letter posted and says to Pete Newman, you may block my post box once, sir, but I'm posting this letter through the second time. And Ayres sends that MX-5 up the inside of Newman. Here we go now. There's Main, there's Van Gogh, there's Morris, there's Barry. Oh, Main and Van Gogh side by side. Going around the cutting now. Can Main get on the power early enough? She can't. She's got to kind of slot back in behind Van Gogh because Morris is waiting there just to muscle her off that line. And if she muscles off, get muscles off that line. Oh, Main hits the wall. Main hits the wall. That's allowed Morris to close all the way back up. Let's jump back up front. Bristow, Hefford coming through. The S's down into the dipper they go. Bristow's got to keep it on track. We've seen it with Van Gogh. Bristow, oh, Hefford, oh, Hunt clips the wall as well. They all followed each other. Little bit of tunnel vision from these guys as they're running down now this long Conrad Straight. Hefford's trying to keep the draft of Bristow. It is coming down, but I don't know if it's going to be down fast enough for this last lap of this race. However, Newman has got the draft done on Ayres. That's that job done up front, Bristow and Hefford. If Hefford's going to do it, he's got to send it. He's got to send it. He's going to send it. He sent it. He sent it. He sent it from way back. He's on the grass again. Oh, Hefford and... Oh, no. Is Hunt going to capitalise again? From Hefford and Bristol coming together. And Daniel Hunt, third to first, again has Hefford slowed down to allow... Go back to Hefford, please. I think we've got... He's allowing... He's not, because he would have crossed the line already. Oh, Hefford finishes third because of the way the line is. Oof. Bristow takes it there, but Daniel Hunt, absolute stellar. Third to first, again, due to the mistakes of the front two in front of him. Last time out was Van Gogh and Hefford. This time it was Hefford and Bristow. As we see Andy Littler there crossing the line followed by Ralph Cullinan down in 14th. 15th, we've got Craig Crawford. There we go. There is Craig. Coming down that final corner. There you go, Craig Crawford finishing the line. I think the finish line is back there. According to iRacing, I think the finishing line... Whoa! Martin Sampson. That is not a good way to finish. So Carl Jaglet coming across. Well, I'm going to believe he's going to take 15th now. So I don't think Martin Sampson... Well, Martin Sampson's... Well, obviously jumped to the pits there. Not quite sure what happened. Maybe he got a little bit out of line in the chicane. There you go. Carl Jaglet coming across the line. I do believe that line is further back, and I think that is what the issue is. Right, guys, we will bring you up the race results. Carl Jaglet there in 16th place. Let's have a look. I believe the race results are up. So we'll see what we can get up on the board. There you go. Daniel Hunt takes the victory again due to the mistakes of the two in front of him. Kellerman there done an absolute stellar job, got second place. Hefford in third, Newman fourth, Ayres fifth, Bristow sixth, Pete Van Gaal in seventh, Elise Main in eighth, Jason Morris leader at the Hams in ninth, Mick Parry 10th, Darrell Wright in 11th, Alan Toon in 12th, Andy Littler down in 13th, Ralph Cullinan in 14th, Craig Crawford 15th, Carl Jaglet 16th, Martin Sampson 17th. After that incident we saw there coming around the last chicane, and Craig Jones finishes down in 18th for position, 5 laps down. So there we go. Let's clear them results off. What an absolute stellar job by these guys this evening, guys. Now there is going to be another race, but it does involve us switching sessions, which we are going to be doing very, very shortly. We will head off and do that now, guys. So we'll jump onto the BRB screen, and then we will be back very, very shortly. Right, guys, we are back and we're coming into the final race of the evening. We've got about 4 minutes remaining in this little practice session before these guys get out. And I'm sure these guys don't need practicing because they've done 3 races here already. And, you know, they should be warmed up by now. So we're going to see and see what sort of development happened over this. But Daniel Wright is, I've got to be honest, Daniel Hunt, sorry, is having a stellar evening. And the reason he's having a stellar evening, guys, for race 2 and race 3, he's gone from 3rd to 1st in the last corner. Steve Hefford, Pete Van Gool come together in the chicane in race 2 and took themselves wide. And then Steve Hefford and Daniel Bristow come together in race 3 and took themselves onto the grass. And Daniel Hunt, he was like, thank you very much. It was like Christmas all over again for Daniel Hunt, because he was just like, he got his Christmas and birthdays in round 2, and he's got Christmas, birthdays, Easter and Valentine's Day all in round 3 there from Steve Hefford and Daniel Bristow coming together. Absolutely stellar job. And obviously Pete Newman taking the victory in race 1. So there you go. So if you are here, guys, as I say, for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that thumbs up. And please, please, please hit them bells for notifications so you can see when we go live next Tuesday. Stream's going to start about 20 to 8. Okay, and then we'll come in for a quick 10-minute chat. And then we'll start qualifying live from round 1 at the Red Bull Ring. Okay, so we're at Red Bull Ring, turn 1, straight run up to turn 1, straight run to turn 2, straight run to turn 3, so you can guarantee there's going to be overtakes, and it's going to probably be between Nicky Lauda in turn 2, Slush Gold in turn 3, and obviously the famous turn 1, which is a fast point in the direction, hit that accelerator and you're off. Round turn 1 you go. So there you go, guys. So we are coming down to 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. We've got just enough time. What we'll do, we'll have a quick run through. If you missed the schedule earlier on, where have you been first off? Let's run you through. Round 1, Red Bull Ring. Round 2, Spa. Classic. Round 3, Okayama Fall. And I say full because it's the international circuit. Round 4, we're at the bumpy aerodrome of Sebring. Round 5, that very tight Phillip Island. Round 6 is Brands Hatch. Round 7, we're at the famous Interlagos. Round 8 at Watkins Glen. Round 9 at Daytona. And we finish off with the very long round 10 at Le Mans. And that is every single Tuesday. So every single Tuesday evening. Okay? So please, please, please join us for that. That would be absolutely amazing. Right, so let's jump over and we'll pick a car. Any car. And we'll have a look at these guys driving this very long circuit. That chicane on the right hand side there that you can see with a gravel track is Daniel Hunt's favourite place for round 2 and 3. Let's see if he can make it round 4. We are back and round 4 is underway this evening. Now, I could say heat 1, 2, 3 and 4 really, because technically that's what we're in. But, you know, yeah, let's go with that. I think we'll go with heat 1, 2, 3 and 4. It looks absolutely, you know, that's a stellar job this evening. So there you go. But as we see, Andy Littler had a very varied evening, and that's cost him a couple of times. So that's probably not the best way of doing that. So Andy Littler there as well. So that has come to the end of practice. I'm not quite sure why the UI keeps popping up, but we'll get rid of that. Here is the grid now for Heat 4. Martin Sampson in pole position. Carl Jaglet second. Craig Crawford third. Ralph Cullinan fourth. Andy Littler fifth. Alan Toon sixth. Darrell Wright seventh. Mick Barry eighth. Elise May ninth. Pete Van Gool in 10th. Daniel Bristow 11th. Jamie Ayres 12th. Pete Newman 13th. Steve Hefford 14th. Charles Kellerman 15th. Daniel Hunt down in 16th. It's going to be a tall order. And at the back there, Craig Jones down in 17th. So here we go. We are away for Heat 4 of the MX5 UK Sim Racers League, live from Bathurst. Martin Sampson's out in front. Carl Jacqueline there in second place. Craig Crawford in third. Ralph Cullinan fourth. Littler fifth. Wright sixth. Barry seventh. Main eighth. Hefford in 14th position. Hunt down in 16th. It's going to be a tall order for Daniel Hunt to make it 3 wins out of 4 this evening. However, Sampson is getting on his bike and he's getting away with it as much as he can. Craig Crawford is under attack. Bristow's in the middle there as well with Elise Main, car number 66, Pete Van Gaal. Jamie Ayres and Pete Newman, these guys, well. Oh, that's car number 18. Oh, look at the car. No, Hefford's involved. Newman's there. Oh, no. Car number 18, Craig Crawford. Started that off. Somebody's gone round. I believe that's Littler. I think Andy Littler has gone round. Are the cars still parked up? Are the cars still parked up from where they were? Oh, Hefford looks absolutely battered. Alan Toon involved. Mick Barry there involved as well. That was insane. And I think I'll have to look back and see who that started with. Was that Mick Barry and Alan Toon started that off? As these guys come up side by side into the cutting. There's Darryl right behind. Oh! Is that Elise Main? Was that Elise Main? It was. Can we start that again from where Elise Main had the crash to see what actually happened? We'll see if we can queue up for the Elise Main part of the incident, because that was the one who looked like the main protagonist that started that off. And Mick Barry went straight into the back of her, unfortunately. Here we go. There's Daniel Bristow. Elise Main's on our inside. There is Elise. Van Gaal's in front of us. Elise brakes. Goes up. Newman's behind. Oh, no, that's not Main. Is that Craig Crawford then? Craig Crawford started that off with Hefford and Newman. Wow. Be interested to see that. Pete Van Gaal currently now in 5th place. Daniel Bristow in 5th. Pete Van Gaal didn't get 5th. He's still in 6th, sorry. He's now got Hunt. Hunt is up 9 places. Jamie Ayres up 8. Martin Sampson's got Carl Jacqueline back with him. Van Gaal there is sliding down the order with Daniel Hunt. Daniel's done an absolute stellar job tonight. 2 wins out of 4. I fire up the stream to carnage. It was utter carnage there, and it started with Craig Crawford. Here is Hunt, makes the move on Van Gaal. Hunt is in 6th place. Currently at the moment, Craig Crawford was there. Elise Main, Steve Hefford, Pete Newman, Mick Barry, all involved. Absolutely chaotic. If you have just missed it, MWML, we'll bring you it again. I think we're going to start it off. This is the replay coming through. This is Craig Crawford up front. Craig goes on the curb, accelerates. Oh, he goes into the wall. Boom, there's Mick Barry, there's Hefford, there's Main, there's Crawford. Well, he can't help that, can he? Unfortunately, that's Craig Crawford out in the pits at the moment. Van Gaal is in 7th, sitting behind Hunt. Hunt is in 6th place. Van Gaal is in 7th. Here we go as we go down the dipper now into Forest Elbow. These guys go. This is Pete Van Gaal, first gear. He's going to be closing. Martin Sampson's are going to be. He's got about 8 tenths back to Jacqueline. Ayres and Bristow haven't got that sort of buffer. So if we can go to Ayres on the Bristow battle. Yeah, lots of bad luck and nowhere to go there, young sir. Unfortunately, that was no way near. Craig Crawford could not, he can hold his hands up for making a mistake, but the carnage after, unfortunately, it all kind of kicked off in front of him with Elise Main, Mick Barry, Steve Hefford, Pete Newman, all involved. This is Ayres in 4th place. He's got Daniel Bristow behind him. They've got Daniel Hunt. Now, Daniel Hunt tonight has had well, he's been fortunate. Let's just say he's been 3rd place going down into the last chicane for the last 2 heats and has managed to come through the last chicane in the lead due to the top guys taking each other out. Carl Jacqueline now climbing all over Martin Sampson. Takes the inside line. Martin should have defended that. That's Jacqueline through. Jacqueline is an AM. He's the leader of the AMs. On your left there, Martin Sampson on the right. Up round the right hander they go. Off up the hill coming into the cutting now. We got Jacqueline, Sampson, Cullinan, and there is Ayres. There is Bristow, and there is Hunt just gone flashing through the back of your screen. Carl Jacqueline from Optical Red. Martin Sampson, Optical Blue. Ralph Cullinan from Results Clothing iRacing. Daniel Bristow, look at that. He couldn't be any closer to Jamie Ayres even if he wanted to. Oh, Hunt has tagged the wall. That's dropped him back a little bit. Hunt is now on that move. He's sitting in 6th. He knows he's fast. Let's see what Hunt can do there. Ayres coming down. Oh, he drops down. Oh. We've got... Oh, Hunt's gone round. There's going to be an incident. Oh, that's Van Gogh. Get it out of the way. Darrell Wright has just managed to squeeze through. Has had 29. That's Craig Jones. Managed to avoid that. Daniel Hunt was flying. Here we go, out front, Jamie Ayres has got Daniel Bristow all behind him now, coming down into the chicane. We've still got quite a while to go on this straight. We're going to have to kink to the right hander. If Jamie Ayres wants to take that wide line and hug that inside line, Daniel Bristow's going to have to go round the outside. He's not going to get the job done. He tries to cut back now. Here they go. Second part of the chicane. Daniel Bristow's not going to get it done. Jamie Ayres defends well. Heading down into the last corner. I'm surprised Jamie Ayres has not popped it on the inside. Daniel Bristow not crazy enough to make the move there. You've got Optical first, Optical second, and Optical in 5th place. Carl Jacqueline out in front. Sampson in second. That's brought Ralph Cullinan, though, right into the mix. He's having a go at Sampson on the right-hand side. Car number 32 making that move over Sampson on the inside. Car number 80. All the while, Carl Jacquelin's just trying to keep it on track. Had an unfortunate one in race 2. Martin Sampson sends it up deep. Defends well. Jamie Ayres and Bristow. Jamie Ayres keeps the position there as well. Pete Newman and Craig Jones. Look at these guys. Oh, Newman goes in deep. Newman goes in deep and nearly hits the grass, takes himself out. Darrell Wright, you are being closed up, sir. Is that car number 39? That's Pete Van Gogh, still on track. I'm surprised his bumper's still there, I've got to be honest. Looked like Steve Everton was involved in that incident, maybe carrying damage. Martin Sampson in second, Ralph Cullinan in third as they come up round the hill. Coming down into Skyline they go, out in front Carl Jacqueline. Dropping into the S's. Taking the curb, hugging the wall. Oh, Bristow tags the wall. Can he keep it on track? Oh, Daniel Bristow tags again. Contact with a second wall. Daniel Bristow's like, who needs wing mirrors? I'm just going to knock them off on all the wall. They're in the way. They're just an aero distraction. Here we go. Oh, and just for good health, Daniel Bristow knocks off that wing mirror. Oh, out in front, Martin Sampson's got Ralph Cullinan all over the back of him. The gap is closing, you can see it. Down to 1/10 at the moment. We're into the thousandths now. 7 thousandths. Martin Sampson on the inside, Ralph Cullinan on the outside coming into the chicane. Cullinan's trying in the cutback. He's trying to get the run down. It's been so quite successful this evening. Is Sampson going to give him that inside line? He doesn't. Craig Jones, Darryl Wright, Pete Newman. This can't end badly. Sampson held the position from Ralph Cullinan. Darryl Wright is doing a stellar job from Pete Newman, keeping Pete further back. Coming down into Murray's. Pete Newman down in 8th. Darryl Wright in 7th. Craig Jones 6th. Bristow 5th. Ayres 4th. Cullinan's 3rd. This is... Oh, boys! Hefford and Alan Toon. Pete Van Gaal, where are you going to go? Oh, Alan Toon and Steve Hefford. On the straight. On the straight. Oh, well, have another look at that on board with Steve Hefford. See if the door closed, please. Oh. Ayres and Bristow. Ayres got a slow run out of 1. Jacklett in first place. Oh, Mike Sampson just got... Sampson, he made a mistake, and that's allowed Sampson back through into the lead. Cullinan there in 3rd still. But if we can have a look at the Hefford and Toon incident after we keep an eye on the Ayres-Bristow battle. As they're coming up over the hill, they go. McPhillamy Park, done for these guys. Down into Skyline now. They're still too wide. They're still too wide. This cannot work. Oh, Ez throws it in there. Here's the Hefford battle. We're on board with. We need to go with Toon. Is that Toon or I think that was Littler? We need to go. No, go further back. We'll have a look. That was just looked chaotic. Swap over. Oh, I don't know which way to go on that one. Carl Jacklett now is under attack from Ralph Cullinan coming into this last chicane. Contact. That is Jacklett down in 3rd. Martin Sampson out in 1st. Ralph Cullinan in 2nd. Further back, Newman now trying to get the jump on Jones. Newman now. Pete Newman up into 6th place. There's Darryl Wright behind them. I think, you know, the only way round, I think, to have a proper look at that, I think we're going to need to look at the Hefford Toon from a chopper, because we just can't see what the incident was that caused the drama. Craig Jones is doing a stellar job, currently in up 10 positions. White flag now for Martin Sampson up front. Ralph Cullinan in 2nd. He's got to try and stay with him. Here we go. Sampson, Cullinan, Jacklett. These 3 now entering into the mountain section. I think we're going to have a look at how Sampson got out in front. Here we go. This is the long run down. Oh, Jacklett hit the wall. Jacklett hit the wall and allowed Sampson through. As the UK Simraces says, guys, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on them bells. And we will see you next Tuesday at the Red Bull Ring. Here we go. Stay with this till the end. And then we'll have another look back at the Hefford and Toon incident from the chopper. But at the moment, Sampson, Cullinan, Jacklett battle for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Final lap of the race. Sampson needs a little bit more of a gap because Cullinan will close. Here we go. Jacklett in 3rd. If he's going to get this 1st place, he needs to get this job done very early. So we need to be looking at passing, well, really about now, because we haven't got much time left to try and take this 1st place. There you go. Go, go, go. Oh, Oh, Jekyll just trowel lifted. Oh, Cullinan's trying to hold the position. Sampson's going to take the victory, I think, this evening. Race 4. Martin Sampson gets the victory in race 4. Ralph Cullingham in second, Carl Jacqueline in third, Jamie Ayres in fourth there. Pete Newman, stellar job, up 6 positions there in fifth. Pete. Behind him is Craig Jones. There's Pete Newman. Craig Jones behind him. Darrell Wright coming across the line in that bright livery in yellow. And did Pete Van Gaal, did he finish? He's coming down Forest. So while he's coming down Forest, here's that chopper view. Oh, can we call that? Can we go back that one? Because you can't see what happened there. Oh, that was just crazy action. Absolutely crazy. It's just too soon. Guys, I can't call which way that goes. I think that's just... Look, Toon's all the way to the right. Does Hefford move in on him? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to... I don't know. I don't know. So, there you go. Let's bring you the results up when they appear on screen. I believe we're just waiting for Pete Van Gaal to go across the line. There is Pete. Half of my MX-5 left. His bumper's hanging off. And he's doing donuts on the start-finish line. Why not? So here we go, guys. Here are the results of Heat 4. Martin Sampson takes the victory from Optical Blue. Ralph Cullingham in second. Carl Jacqueline in third. Jamie Ayres in fourth. Daniel Bristow fifth. Pete Newman in 6th, Craig Jones 7th, Darrell Wright 8th, Pete Van Gaal 9th, Steve Hefford in 10th. Alan Toon and Steve coming together. Yeah, I'm not sure which way to call that, guys. I can't. You'd have to have another good look at it, I think. And if it does go to the Shields, which I believe it won't because we're not in the official season yet. But we'll just look at it as just a racing incident. Daniel Hunt down in 12th, Al Victor in race 2 and race 3. Didn't, unfortunately, finish race 4, 4 laps down. Elise Main in 13th, Mick Barry in 14th, Craig Crawford 15th, Charles Kellerman 16th, Andy Littler in 17th. Meatball, so I'll get reviewed. Looks like it's on Steve, but they both moved to it. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. So, guys, I believe we are joined in the booth by Daniel Bristow. Daniel, welcome. Yeah, I bet, mate. How are you? Yeah, not too bad at all. Not too bad. So, you've had a very eventful evening. How do you see the incident? Yeah. Yeah? Well, if you don't try, you don't get. That's what my mum always says. And well, there you go. That's the thing, isn't it, at the end of the day? Now, obviously, you come to a little bit... Steve Hefford, last chicane, last lap. What do you think? Just a racing incident? No, you know what I mean? It was, you were both battling.
I did swerve out to the left to compensate for it, but just not enough.
Yeah, I believe, Dan, unfortunately, we may have had some sound issues with you for the beginning of this interview. So I think the people only just, because I've just had a message in chat, we can't hear Dan. So I think maybe that's might have it's a little bit of tech issues, but hopefully they can hear you now. So that, Dan, we're starting the season next week. We're going into the Red Bull Ring, right? Red Bull is literally kind of like a straight. Then you got a wiggly bit, and then you got another straight. Are you going in there with a plan, Dan? Like, are you going to jump on track and be banging in lap after lap and lap? Because we've all done Red Bull Ring, and we've probably, I've done it in an MX-5. Probably not nowhere near as quick as some of you guys, but what's your plan going into this week's prep?
Well, anything with a long straight is all about strategy. Now there's another version. You've got Suzuka bars, less straights, more corners. So that's a different ball game. Well, we'll see. This is all down to how you place yourself on the grid.
Yeah, and
That would be important.
are you going out to practice? When do you start your practice, or do you not really practice, Dan? Because I know there's people who practice like for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
I do as much as I can, but I'm a lorry driver, so hey mate. Yeah, that's
that
no
your
one.
nipper joining in?
Yeah.
Mate, what are you doing?
Yeah, so a little bit busy.
Are you still racing, Dad? Are you still racing, Dad?
Yeah.
Mate, I get the same
Yeah,
thing.
he's another
I've got 4 of them at home, so I trust me. I've been there with.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, my little
It gets better
4-year-old.
too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Dan, absolutely, mate. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I'm sure you've had a great time, really. I'm sure you and Steve
Yeah, it's all just fun.
you and Steve will sort it out. I'm sure.
We've been racing together for years, so we have all been racing together for years.
Oh, there
So,
you go.
yeah.
All right, Dan.
So,
Well, you take care, mate. Have a great week, and
you
maybe
too.
we'll see you on the victory podium in the Red Bull Ring.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, see you later, guys.
Take care, mate.
Have a good one.
Right, there you go. That is Daniel Bristow. Now, I want to get this man in, and I want to talk to poor Carl Jacquelet. Carl, welcome in.
Good evening.
How
Good
are
evening.
you?
I'm really good. Really enjoyed tonight, even though I made a complete idiot of myself at times.
No, see, don't do that. Don't come into my booth telling me you made an idiot of yourself, sir. You were doing so well, mate.
I know. I got a
flying.
third and a fourth, and yeah, I had some really good speed. I'm really happy.
Last corner on the track. Run me through it. What went through it as soon as you started going round? Did you just sit there and think, why? Because I know what would have come out of my mouth, and it certainly wouldn't have been why.
I've been struggling a little bit with the setup. The front tyres are absolutely killing at the end of the race, and I just got a great bunch of understeer and just ploughed in, and I thought, oh no. Yeah.
Was that it? Oh no.
Yeah, when you reach my stage in life, it's a little bit to, yeah. I mean, I'm 60 in a couple of weeks, so I've got great speed for my age.
Oh, well, there you go.
I've been sim racing for over 20 years.
Yeah, no.
I first started up on dial-up.
Oh, I love that. Sitting at home with your base unit that sounds like R2-D2. It was always a Star Wars moment for me when I kicked onto the internet and it went...
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, this is amazing.
So with 20 years of sim racing, it's a oh no moment.
No, see, I think some of the younger guys, it would have been a different form of moment, and it wouldn't have been.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
you just got to suck it up and carry on.
Yeah, that's all you can actually do, mate. Now we're going to the Red Bull Ring next week.
Yeah, I like the Red Bull Ring.
So what is your plan, Carl? Are you going out? Because you've been leading AMs. Yeah, you led the AMs this evening. Right?
Am I an AM again?
Well, you're showing up as an AM, Carl.
Thought I was a pro, but okay. Maybe I've been demoted.
Well, I'm sure you haven't been demoted. I'm sure it's just been categorised, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is,
but
yeah.
Look on the bright side, right? You've had a good night. Okay.
I've really enjoyed it.
You've done really well. What's your philosophy for Red Bull? Because, people go out and they bang hundreds of laps in. I was just speaking to Dan Bristow and I said, are you going to go out and do 100 of laps? He's like, well, when I can. What are you going to do? Are you just
I don't do any practice. I don't do any practice. I generally turn up on race day, straight after tea, about 6:30, get on, and that's my practice.
Right, I've just had a message in chat. Apparently, you are a pro.
Yeah, I thought so.
So maybe that's down to us. I will rectify that now because I feel really bad if that is the situation.
Just an old pro.
But yeah, at the end of the day, hey, right there you go. You are now a pro, young sir. All right?
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
Excellent.
There are different meanings for what you said, but let's keep it clean. We're a child's show.
I was talking about being a professional driver. I don't know what you were on about.
I don't know. Maybe in my 43 years, I've heard that used in a different sort of thing. You guys, Simraces, don't worry. I've managed to rectify the issue. That's all done. You don't have to panic about it. So, Carl,
Awesome.
go enjoy yourself this week, right? You've had a stellar evening, mate. I've got to be honest. Apart from your one spin in the last corner, take it
Yeah, that
easy.
was just daft. And
It
yeah,
happens,
I'm
doesn't
going to have a great week. It's going to be a really good week.
it? Yeah,
Got
mate.
a lot planned for this week. Off on a smithing course
Ooh,
on Friday. Yeah,
that's
a day in the forge,
so that is heating metal and banging it into
Yeah.
different shapes.
beating it into shape.
What are you gonna make?
Weather vane.
What do we get? What do we get? Where do we put our orders in? Because I've always fancied a nice Roman, a Viking sword, Carl.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of Japanese swords and things which I use for my photography.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be a weather vane.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you
I
go.
did think about setting up my own forge, and I thought about calling it Daylight Forgery.
Oh, I like that. That's actually a better pun than some of the ones I have. So,
Okay.
You know what I mean? Well done,
Well,
mate.
my old man used to say that puns are for punishment, and that punishment too. But we'll leave it on that one.
Leave it on that one. Carl, you take care, mate. Have a great week, and we'll see you at the Red Bull Ring.
And you, James, have a great one. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate. Right, there you go. Now, we did have Martin Sampson lined up. Maybe I was just talking a little bit long, Carl Jacklett there. But there you go, guys. What an absolutely epic evening. I've thoroughly loved tonight. I always love MX-5s. They're such an amazing cars to drive. And they go so well. And they just bring the best out of everybody, because you can give them a little bit of a rough in and you can do a little bit of door hammering, and it's been good. But guys, there you go. That brings us out of the evening now. So we, as I said, please, if you are here, hit the subscribe, turn on the bells, hit the thumbs up. Most important procedures before you leave this evening. That will help out the channel absolutely massively. And I will be here live next Tuesday. We are live from the Red Bull Ring, so it should be an absolutely epic evening. But really, guys, all that's left for me to say now, take care, have a great week, and you never know, I might see you on the track sometime.